Hey guys, this is going to be a third in the series. I will presumably be making a playlist and it won't necessarily be the third level that we play. We're going to be moving on to Reef and how to play that in Pokemon Snap when doing the 80% speedrun. Let's get started. So coming into Reef here, the hardest photo and the one that's going to actually change how we play the level is going to be this Finneon. It's a roamer, so the way that the Finneon treats you is going to be fairly random. You can still get a good photo really no matter what. If you have a Finneon that's facing the right direction, you can try and stall it by scanning it. The problem with scanning it is it makes it so it's impossible to bonk while it's doing its little dancing animation. I thought I had a good Finneon here, and then he turned, so I'm spending a bit more time looking backwards than I want. But fantastic photo at the end. You can usually get about 4,000 plus on that photo. Next coming up is going to be this Sharpedo. There is a few background points here that you can gather if you wait for it. We don't take the one on the right. I've been doing it pretty quickly, and you can do it zoomless too, which is going to save us a little bit of time. Here's the big difference between routing is this Magikarp. It's a lot of looking to the right, so I don't really love it. I actually try and skip this Magikarp entirely. But if you're new to the route or looking for routing, the Magikarp is going to be a repeat Pokemon guaranteed. So it's not a bad Pokemon to add, I just skip it to save a few seconds. Next up is this Wingull. The biggest issue with this Wingull is there are a few Mantines that jump behind it. Most of the time you're just going to get a picture of the Wingull, but be careful. If it does say Mantine when you are snapping it, that's going to be a huge issue for you, especially if you don't notice it, because you can't react and go take a later Wingull. Wailord's pretty free. I shift off slightly to the left there. Just try and get the frame full. Obviously no zoom. With the Wingull, it's one of the issues with like playing Japanese, is if you don't know between a Japanese Wingull and Mantine, you really have no chance. With the Pelipper, I throw apples early, not necessarily to pull the Pelipper, just to make sure I have the distance correct. And if you can get him to face the camera, that's great. You should be getting quite a few points. You can get around 4,800. I don't know why so many other people have issues with it, but it's something you can definitely put practice into and get good at. Machamp, for some reason, I find that he's more successful when he's in this crouching. He also fits in the frame better, so it's great. Mantine, bonk, take immediately. That's actually really well framed. Again, with these recaps, I've been playing a lot of rounds of Reef to try and get this. This took about half an hour of efforts to have a really clean round, something that I can speak over. This is not what every game is going to look like. You're generally going to have one photo that's a bit disappointing. The Pyukumuku are typically, when on your first visit, are going to be in the mouths of the Pelipper. I'm not going to be taking a photo of the Pyukumuku, but at that point, and then you can snap the Pyukumuku. Once you've done that and do later visits, which is this is a completed file, you're going to have the opportunity. From here, you can start throwing apples really early. I wanted to just show you the best backup, Mareanie. If you're feeling like you're below on points, don't like go turn sideways or anything. Just take the Mareanie that's right in front of you. For Corsola, the front Corsola here is the one that's going to give you the most points. The other two seem like they'd be quite good, but they're just not going to be as close to the camera as you'd like. If you can lure the other Corsola into the background, you can get extra Pokemon points. But generally, you're looking for 4,400 to 4,500 if you can just get a really well-framed, simple scanned Corsola. The scan just to have it turn around. Typically, I do this map with 8 Pokemon. We don't take the Mareanie, and I don't take the Magikarp. Interestingly, with pictures that are this quality, I could actually remove a different Pokemon, such as like the Wingull, and replace it with the Magikarp. But this is an incredibly risky strategy, and I don't suggest it unless you're literally Eric, aka Gunlap. Here come the points. Lovely Pelipper. You can see on the left side, a lot of the pictures I'm taking are going to be these exact same pictures. This is actually a very high scoring Reef. Just like most of these photos are what I have as the best photo. It's gonna be a pretty tough level if you route it the way that I do, by skipping a Magikarp, an incredibly tough level if you keep the Magikarp and skip something else. But at the end of the day, with the Mareanie or the Pyukumuku at the end, you have plenty of backups to push for these risky strats, and really try and like perfect the idea of just saving time and then having these backups. With that being said, my video that I've been watching here, my gameplay is over, so I do want to thank anybody who's watching these. If you want more information about Pokemon Snap speedrunning, or really just like any competitive Pokemon Snap, like the high score community is also great. Definitely feel free to hit us up in the Discord and keep an eye out for other videos here. Appreciate it.